Okay, so we're reacting to something different here. These are things that have been sent to me on Instagram. So I get so much shit sent to me on Instagram, and
I'm
normally
guilty.
I'm just like, whatever. Like, and some of these I'm like, no. Some of these are too good to pass up, and so I've started doing these every now and then. I think I'm probably going to keep this going because there's some really good stuff out there.
Oftentimes, I'll see something that I think is like really cool, and I'll send it, and Remy will be like, "50 people have already sent me
Oh, I
that,"
get so exhausted with some of them.
and I'm like, "Well, okay." So I just don't. I like barely send them things now.
That's not true. But like, I get it sometimes. But like, when you get the same ones over and over,
I saw this and I didn't send it to you
why didn't you send me this?
because I was sure that everybody on the face of the planet had already sent it to you. It was trending.
Yeah. See, I like this. I can't like. It's almost too good to be true, though.
I don't know that it's real.
I don't know that you can get that yellow.
It's such a nice burger.
Like, people don't understand. Like, this is a real tattoo. This is a fucking masterpiece.
It's a nice looking. I mean, I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think
No,
it's a nice looking burger.
Could get those subtle shades to make it look like it's actually like his skin is like they played with the negative very well.
Yeah, I just wonder, like, I just don't know why you would do this.
What do you mean?
This is always my problem with these. I find it so confusing.
Because people love burgers.
But like, why do you want your head to be a burger?
Why do you want to be a Ninja Turtle?
And then again, he just looks like such a like normal dude, and then all of a sudden he has this burger head.
Well, like, I'm not sure this is real. I
know.
want to put that up there.
This guy's like a blue collar looking guy that probably goes to work at like a fucking Doritos
But,
factory. Like I can see this guy working with your like stepdad.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, like
but
Dale
like
would know
not
this
with
guy.
the burger on
it's
his
like, yeah,
head.
this guy comes over for the barbecue.
Yeah.
I brought the burgers. You know what I mean?
Right, but
Like that's this guy.
Yeah, but like not with the burger.
He likes to drink a couple beers on the weekend. You know?
Yeah, so like I don't know if anybody knows this is actually legit. Like let us know.
It's going to be up to debate because someone will come in here and they'll say it's fake and someone will say it's real. But the overall thing is like we're in this weird moment of time again where like this could very well be real.
Well,
like this is
if
very.
It's not this guy. There's someone walking around with a burger.
Also,
head.
like there's nothing here that can't be done. Right? Like this is achievable this very way.
I know, and it doesn't look like those really like. I always get for references. I get those like Pinterest, tiny little tattoos, and they're like photoshopped on, and I'm always just like, this isn't like possible, or like. If I do try to do it with like my 3-liner like bug pin, it's just gonna disappear or like.
Oh, but like this is almost color realism.
I know.
Burger, right? Like Rick could do this to someone's head. Like he would do it. It would take him like I was thinking this would be like 7 or 8 sessions.
I don't think Rick would do this to someone's head.
No, he wouldn't. But that's not the point. The point is this is his art form.
Well, we're just back at that debate again,
This
where it's
is-
like, is it the tattoo artist's responsibility
This is the kind of
to tell
thing that
them
Rick
no?
would be. Actually, no. Rick would do this on the right person. He just did a tattoo on a guy's finger. Fuck PJ. Who's PJ?
Yeah, but that
And why
was
fuck PJ?
one of his friends.
Yeah, exactly. Like Rick has done some of these things. Like he's been picking away at this leprechaun on the toilet reading the newspaper for like I would say 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
And it's just like refining it. It's a guy that he calls when he has like a sudden cancellation. He'll come in and he'll like do a little weird thing on him.
Okay, here's the plan. Rick doesn't watch this. Next week, we're gonna go to Rick. You're gonna say, "Hey Rick, I want to change my vampire to a burger." We're gonna film it. You're gonna
No,
get
we're
his
not gonna do
reaction.
that.
No, come on.
No, I'm not doing that. But
It'd
like
be
this,
so funny.
this can
We'd
be
just
done.
Like,
Like this can absolutely be done, and it would take like because all of these soft shades in there. Like he'd be like, "Well, we're gonna build up this tone to it." Like he'd be doing this over the course of like a year or two, and it would be immaculate.
It would be
This is one of
it'd
those-
be a better burger than this.
It's like
burger.
a Bob Ross painting. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Did you
Like,
see the heart he did the other day? Oh my god.
yeah, well, yeah, he's been tooling away on that for a million
Angel
years
tears.
too. The heart and crown and fucking tiny ass mag. Yeah, he's doing that all with the smallest mags you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Next one.
so this is a crazy ass scar cover up.
That
It's
is
a video.
Quite the scar.
Yeah, that's like that looks like a fetus hanging off that person's arm. Like that's like crazy, like
So,
burn scarring or something.
Here's my thing.
Or is it a birth defect?
Maybe. Here's my thing. So,
Looks like it would pus if you touched it.
well, like that's what I'm worried about. So, like when I was, kind of starting my apprenticeship, and I was out with Lee, and then even here, like they said you don't tattoo over fresh scars, and then I had someone come in with some scars, and then I sent Lee a message, and I said, well, what kind of scars can I tattoo over? Like, what's not good? And he kind of indicated that if they were like a certain color, I didn't want to.
They need to be like white.
Yeah, but like this still, like parts of this still look like so pink.
Yeah.
Like, and even the white parts, I don't.
I don't think this is ever not going to be this way.
But I just don't. I see. That's the thing, though, is I worry that it would be really.
We had a woman come in the other day. She wanted a scar cover up, and Rick does a lot of scar cover up.
Yeah.
And like she didn't want to send me her scar because it was like a C-section scar.
Okay.
It was a bad one.
Understandable.
And so she went to the back, and Rick checked it out, and they're gonna do like a test spot on her to see how it goes.
To see if he can actually get ink in there.
Well, see what happens. He's sure he can get ink in there, but it might like spread all over or absorb or something. Like it's pretty dodgy, and
Right.
and this is worse than that.
No,
is
that's
for sure.
what I think you really, really, really have to know what you're doing.
So on the next slide, you're gonna see what they did. It's a blurry photo, but it's like color roses and fucking butterfly. And it's like...
It looks pretty decent.
It does. Like, I'm not going to say you'll never see how this heals, because the artist that did it will probably post it at some point. But, like, the problem is, like, you'll never see it healed because the trending posts are always these fresh ones.
I know. That's
right?
the problem
like,
with the tattoo industry right now.
Like, well, it's the problem with people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the problem with the people who are watching this video, even.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's us, too. It's like nobody's going back to look. Right? Like, nobody goes back to look at, like, I seen that Anthony Bennett posted the healed white and black on black sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And then he shared a picture of dude out on the beach with it, like, in whatever lighting. And it looks great, but, like, that video of it healed got, like, I don't know, 1/100th of the views
Of course.
of the fresh one.
And then all of the people that were like, that won't work.
I want to see it healed. No, you don't want to see it healed because you
then
never go
when
back.
it is healed, they're not like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, they just move on to the next fresh one and
Right,
fucking
but-
talk shit. And that's the
yeah.
same thing with things like this. Like, I think that this has a chance of working. I mean, you're never going to get rid of the texture.
No, but I think that, like, to camouflage a scar, like, I think they did a really good job.
Well, there's a lot going on here. There's
Yeah.
a lot of warm and cold and
Really, like,
black
play,
and white and
texture.
different colors and shit. Yeah, different textures. And that would be the way that you would need to go about it. But, like, you're never going to be able to make that pretty necessarily. But what you're trying to do is give someone peace of mind.
Well, so the scar's not the first thing someone sees.
Well, the idea is, like, even if it's just for that person to be more okay with what they have, then you've done something right.
Right?
So, I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Right? What's the harm in trying? Someone could say it might actually hurt someone, but I mean,
It's all about pain tolerance, and I think if you have experience doing it, it's just, there's a certain...
it might not hurt. Who knows? They might
Yeah.
not have any sensitivity there.
I don't know.
Like
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
like those things where people have like bad burns or they've lost a limb and they'll tattoo over it and they can't even tell you because they've lost all sensitivity.
Interesting, yeah. Nerves. No nerves.
So on a lighter note, I get this thing sent to me the other day, and it's fucking great.
Yeah, I
Right?
think
This is fucking awesome.
if I saw this in someone's flash book, I'd be like, can I have the mosquito that has drained the human fully dry, please?
It looks like a goblin or something, or a zombie it's eating.
Oh,
It doesn't even look human.
Maybe it's a vampire.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking
Right.
cool, whatever it is. I wanted to include this here, not because it's so fucking weird, but just it is kind of weird.
It
but
is
like,
weird, but it's it's well done.
I've
it
never
has
seen
nice
this.
colors. It's like a cool concept. Like I really like this tattoo.
Yeah, it's really really cool. I like the little orange highlights on the wings.
Me too. And I like how the wings go from a green to like a yellow green. Like I really like that. I think it's pretty.
This has a look of like something you would have seen in the 90s on someone.
Like a 90s comic book too.
Right? Like it's like you don't really see too many of these guys done anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking it's just it's probably just in someone's flash book somewhere. But like the solid pack of that purpley gray is awesome.
Right, I agree.
And there's some subtle hints of like where they lightened up the ink too.
Yeah.
To create like the fucking dimension here.
Yeah, this corpse is really nicely done.
Yeah, and you see the distance play is immaculate on it. But really cool little mosquito. I'm a big fan of this guy. And then to end us off on a happy note, we have another birthmark play. Little freckle mole thing, and the little tiny dog taking a shit. Is it a dog or is it like, what is it?
It's a dog.
Does it say? How to make it best of a crappy situation. No pun intended, I'm sure.
I mean,
there's probably a whole fucking genre of these like weird birthmark freckle mole guys.
freckle tattoos.
Like that. It's not quite as cool as that other one we seen with like the furry creature.
Yeah, I think it's like funny on its own though. Like I could just imagine someone pulling this out at like a high school or not a high school, like a college party, and just being like, "Look at my tattoo."
Yeah, I just think like you should do the whole thing though, like because the freckle is in color, right? Like this guy should be like
a full colored, like little micro realism.
Yeah,
dog.
like a little like micro realism dog.
Yeah.
Right, and like give him like a face like he's straining.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
like he's really trying to shit this thing out, and then you could maybe even play with like a background around it too.
Oh
like
my
build
goodness.
out the scene. Why not?
Put it in a little picture frame, make it look like fine art.
At the same time, yeah, you could do a framer. I think there's still enough room, or just blast over the line of that other one right next to it. Who fucking cares? But like, make it, like a real art piece, like an art installation where it's like, oh, that's the best dog taking his shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, framed art on my arm.
Well, why not? Right? You're there. You've already committed to this. I just want to see the better version.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to see the mecca of dog pooping out birthmark, right? I want to see that as good as it can be, right? What is the end game of that? That's what I want.